Larry Bird had an innate knowledge of what it took to win, and he could dominate a game by scoring, rebounding, or passing. Named MVP 3 straight years, Larry Legend led the Boston Celtics to 5 NBA Finals in the 1980s, winning 3 championships.
Everything's starting to fall into place. I hope you all realize this. We got Larry, 1 or 2 little moves, and we're ready to go.
Bird, beautiful pass to Ford. Celtics have got 3 seconds. 2. Bird, a runner. It's good!
For a rookie, you look like you love playing this game of pro basketball.
Well, it's a lot of fun because you're playing with the best guys in the world, so you gotta go out every night and show what you got.
I don't know if I could ever tell you a memory. I'll just tell you that Larry was a phenomenal basketball player. The guy had unbelievable physical and mental toughness, which set him apart. I mean, that guy just would play through pain.
Bird is hurt. Bird is down, and he's hurt. And here comes Larry Bird, making his return from an apparent fracture of the right cheek. Yes! And he counts!
Nothing bothered him. Unbelievable competitor, great hands, great vision, great feel for the game, and just, could go out every single night and just play at an unbelievably high level. Didn't have to shoot the ball really well to have a good game because he did so many different things.
Larry broke into the league, Rookie of the Year, had a strong first year, so I knew that I was teaming up with someone that was franchise-changing type talent.
This guy, I think he was born to play basketball. Seeing him come in and making the adjustment early, taking a team that had won 20 games the year before, and, the next year, they're 40 plus, and the next year they're 60 plus.
When Bird was at Indiana State, and the first time we really got a chance to see him play on television, Indiana State played Bradley, and then, fast forward, then they played DePaul, and Mark Aguirre, Terry Cummings, Teddy Grubbs on that team. And Larry Bird just, he does this thing. And then, of course, they went on and they played Magic at Michigan State. But Bird was again, one of the greatest shooters, champions, competitors to ever play in our game.
You now join Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain as the only players in the 40-year history of the NBA to win the league's MVP award 3 years in a row.
I'm really proud to receive this award for the 3rd time, but I really don't feel that my career is over. I think I can win it some more.
Nobody worked as hard as Larry. He was the first guy there. He was the last guy to leave. He wore that body out with the jumpers and the running and the movement and the concentration and the focus and the discipline and the sacrifice. He had it all. He wanted the light on him. He wanted the focus, and he wanted that ball. And if it ever got to the point where Casey Jones, a coach who we just loved and would do anything for, if Casey would ever call somebody else's play, Larry would just say, no, I'm shooting this ball, and he would.
2 seconds on the shot clock. Bird wants a 3 out of it, and he gets it.
Is Larry Bird satisfied now at this point in his career?
As of right now, I am. I know I got a lot of work to do this summer, but one thing we did this year is play hard. I get a charge when I tell somebody on the opposing team that I'm going to hit the last second shot and then do it. That's what it's all about.
Larry's open. 1, 3. Yeah!
I remember the Portland game. I think it was Super Bowl Sunday. We were playing the Portland Trail Blazers. He had like 52 points or something like that. We were down 3, and he's a remarkable, crazy 3-point shot. He was leaning, and I was like, there's no way he's going to hit the shot.
DJ again to make the inbounds pass. The double team in Bird. Larry, fake, fall away. Hits it at the buzzer! All right!
He's leaning, falling, gets his 3-point. I'm like, this guy's amazing.
One thing I do remember now, this is practice, is I'm making a backdoor cut, and Larry actually spun the ball. Like, I had never dreamed of spinning the ball. He back spun the ball, bounced out in front of me. I about pulled a hamstring because I thought the damn ball was going out of bounds. It popped back up and it hit me in my hands. He just said, you get open, I'll hit you. And I went like, oh, okay then. I was like, that I do remember because I remember thinking, I'm gonna try that spin pass. I tried it once and said, I'm not doing that ever again. Like I threw it out of bounds.
Off of the ball. Back to Larry Bird to McHale. What a pass. What a pass. McHale was open on that left side. I didn't think Bird saw him. He did.
He'll take it to the hoop. He can bet. He's going to try to draw a foul.
It's blocked.
Can Seasting hit it off of a Detroit player? No, it is. Here's a disparity in the call. They're going to give the ball to Detroit.
And now there's a steal by Bird. Underneath the DJ, lays it in. Right at 1 second left. What a play by Bird. Bird stole the inbounding pass.
I think we were playing in Hartford, and we up 1, and we come out of the huddle, and Bird looks at me, and Kent Benson is guarding Bird. And Bird looks at me and he goes, he's got no shot. And he says it right to Benson as he was standing there, right? And sure enough, he gets it in on the left side of the court, takes it down to the baseline.
All right, here's Dennis, gets it into Bird. Larry, a runner. Got it! Ball game's over, Boston wins.
Knocks it down, they win by 1. He walks off, he goes, I told you, you can't put him on me. He said, you better get somebody else who can guard me.
Backing up on Reed, off balance shot, but he hit it anyway.
14 championships for the Boston Celtics.
Bird turnaround, hits.
The celebration continues.
We have a very jubilant Boston Celtic team.
I was a Celtic fan growing up. I'm thinking I'm going to be a Celtic, And then, they pick Len Bias, and I got to go and play against Larry and those guys. It's something I've watched my whole life. I turn around and Larry goes, what's up, Sal? What's up, Larry? He goes, you made it. Yeah, man. He goes, y'all not double teaming? I said, nah, just me on you. He goes, for real? I go, yeah. Yo, mouse in the house. And he runs down to the post and posts me up. And boom, score. He said, it's going to be a long night, Sal.
And Larry with a long jump shot.
Isaiah Thomas, let's talk about Larry the Legend.
Uh-oh.
The resume is long,
yeah,
but he's really known for 2 things mostly, shooting and talking trash on the court.
Yeah.
Which one bothered you the most?
His shooting. I mean, his shot was just so perfect, and not only was it perfect, my mother-in-law nicknamed his jump shot Silent Death because when he shot it, the ball just rolled in the air, and it was almost like it was playing a song, the way it was just moving in the air, and then it would just swish through. I mean, his shot was just so, and he was just, as a competitor, I mean, he was a killer. I mean, just a straight killer. And, again, you've heard me mention and talk about the Celtics a lot. They taught us a lot of great lessons. He definitely talked a lot of trash, but at the same time, he was backing it up. And during that period of time, all of us in the summer, I don't know if there was an NBA player who didn't try to shoot or imitate Larry Bird's shot in some way, shape, or form because it was so pretty and it was just so, he was great.
He and your BFF, Magic Johnson, will eternally be linked. What do you remember most about those battles?
I was at all of their finals games, watching, taking notes, and the thing that really stands out is not how great of basketball players they were, but how smart they were out on the floor. I mean, they very rarely made a mistake. And every time you made a mistake, they made you pay for it as their opponent. I mean, it was really just watching 2 great chess masters play the game, while everyone else was looking at what was going on physically. The mental aspect in terms of me being a point guard, seeing how they was reading different defenses, zone, traps, whatever, and they was always making the correct play. So that's what stood out to me about watching them. Their physicality was great, but the mental intensity was off the charts.
Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Bird.
Been a better player each step I took. I was able to do a little bit more than the other guys. I had a green light. I can make plays, but I always knew early on, especially when I was a junior, senior high school, that probably the outcome of the game was going to depend on me. So you always had to have a competitive edge. You always had to do more than the other guys. Not only on the game time, but especially in the practice. Do a little bit more after practice, a little bit more before practice.
To
the greatest basketball player ever, but more important, a friend forever.
I'm going to miss this life. This is great. I've been on a high for 17 years.